So guys, did you know that there's about to be a government shutdown? Whoa! Oh my god, a government shutdown's about to happen. It's all the fault of the Republican Party yet again? No. Well, that's crazy. So currently the budget is in negotiations. I've broadly mentioned this. I think in a couple of other videos at this point, talking about like yeah, there's some budget negotiations that are going on right now, and Donald Trump basically advised the Republican Party to be like, well, just do it through continuing resolution, pass the budget through there, and don't negotiate with them at all. Don't negotiate with the Democratic Party. It's just like that's not how that works. You have to pass it through the Senate, which requires the filibuster to be basically voted over. So you need 60 votes in comparison to the standard 50 votes. It would more than likely make it through the House, but are you even there? It's been having some fucking troubles. From what I understand, no one on the Republican Party can wholeheartedly agree on anything. But the biggest problem is in the Senate, where you can't pass this a budget like that through continuing resolution like Trump wants. But he's just trying to do this in order to just basically, try to avoid a shutdown, first off. And, also to try to snub the fucking Democratic Party as much as possible because it's all about playing politics. So, of course, JD Vance immediately saying about Democrats are about to shut down the government because they demand we fund healthcare for illegal aliens. No, that's not what they're demanding. They're basically demanding to basically mitigate a lot of the cuts that are going to happen due to the Big Beautiful Bill. Keep in mind, the Big Beautiful Bill cuts about $1 trillion from SNAP, Medicaid, and Medicare, effectively, and gives it as tax cuts to the fucking corporations and the rich. And that's, besides all the bullshit with no tax on tips, which isn't actually within the Big Beautiful Bill, it's just a corporate fucking tax cut for the rich, and also is going to, essentially solidify the other corporate tax cuts that Trump did during 2017, and that being his only main legislation that he passed, and that's the only legislation whatsoever that generally speaking the Republican Party ever passes at all, besides whatever they try to do through executive action, which typically gets stopped in the courts because it's illegal. It is just tax cuts for the rich. That's literally about it. But I'm more interested in seeing, what has our boy Chuck Schumer been saying about stuff like this? I'm very, very curious because he's been ostensibly incredibly fucking weak, generally speaking, because, the Baileys have constantly been telling me to not fight for the American people and just let Donald Trump fizzle out and just, do his, stupid bullshit. And that's how we're just going to win, by doing absolutely nothing. Leading to, not only his historically lowest approval rating, but also the historically low approval rating that is currently being had by the Democratic Party. This is the time for you to fight and put up a fucking backbone and do something. Instead, they've mostly just been coming up with excuses and actively doing everything possible to snub insurgent, progressive, left politicians, people like your Zoran Mamdanis and Omar Fateh. That's mostly what they've been doing. So it's just dog, what the fuck are you people doing? You just standard fucking neoliberal corporate slop bullshit as always, where it's just fuck the left. We have to do everything possible to fuck over the left. We have to constantly fuck over the left at any juncture that we can afford to. And, generally speaking, it's all about making the American people suffer, or their voters specifically suffer, because in reality, let's be honest here, the fucking Democratic Party fucking hates the American fucking voters. They hate their own fucking base because, we just want to be lazy, sitting on our fucking asses, and just basically be diet fucking Republicans, because that's what in reality the Democratic Party wants. They just want to be lazy do-nothings like the Republican Party and just accept corporate cash and just sit and twiddle their fucking thumbs with their asses, and that's really about it. And Chuck Schumer is a perfect fucking encapsulation of all that. But what do we have here? It's the Republicans shutting down the government. So from what I understand, he's already been willing to capitulate up front to the fucking Republicans. No, you should be aggressive on them and be listen, like, you guys should come to us. You guys need us to fucking, you need our votes on here. So come in fucking, you're going to negotiate with us. We don't give a shit about, like, we're not going to go to you. Like, go fuck off. Like, I swear to God, if the vote happens for the government to not shut down, and what, for whatever reason, like, Chuck Schumer whips up fucking votes in order to vote for the government to not shut down. Because personally, I want the government to shut down. The government should shut down simply due to the fact that it will show just how incredibly fucking incompetent and corrupt the Republican Party is. Again, the main reason as to why the government is in the position that it is in, and every fucking goddamn Democratic politician, while the government is shut down, should be just going to their districts and saying this to their constituents, running constant fucking town halls, saying like, dude, like, literally Trump said he doesn't want to negotiate with us. We have no problem with negotiations whatsoever, but this fucking orange buffoon said that he doesn't want to fucking negotiate with us. So it's just like, okay, like, if you're not willing to negotiate with us, it's like, okay, well, then the government's gonna shut down. Like, whoa, your actions have fucking consequences, Republicans. And I think a lot of people would be generally quite partial to that message, and it would be quite popular, and maybe like help crawl back some of the stuff that's going on in terms of polling with the fucking goddamn Democrats. But knowing Chuck Schumer's stupid ass and his obsession with like people like the Baileys that he made up in his head, he could potentially whip up 7 fucking senators to just like he did with the vote on fucking culture, to allow the first continuing resolution on the budget to go through. Maybe he might do the exact same fucking thing again, because again, like, this motherfucker is a do-nothing dumbass who just doesn't want to fucking fight and just wants to like roll over on his fucking belly and just present to the fucking Republican Party for like no fucking reason. So that's pretty cool. But what do we have here?
You are the top-ranking Democrat in the U.S. Senate. What is your reaction to the president's new pressuring of his top Justice Department official, and what can you do about it?
I think it's a real threat to democracy, Dana. You know, the Justice Department has always been a very, very strong civil service, no matter who was in charge, a Democrat or Republican.
Okay, I don't give a shit about the whatever the fuck he's trying to do with the James Comey indictment. Whatever. Can we get to the other shit?
It's so against what our democracy is all about.
Is there anything that you can do? Obviously, you are not in power in the Senate or in the House.
Yeah, well, we're going to fight strongly as we can in every way. There are going to be legal ways to fight this. We will try to find legislative ways to fight this. But also, the American people should let their representatives know how terrible this is to democracy. And we've seen conservatives speak out against this, too. And we need our Republican colleagues on the floor Friday. Both failed, the Democratic bill and the Republican bill. And that's because there's been no negotiation with the Republicans. There always used to be. When I was in
here we go.
The Republican bill is a totally partisan bill with zero. Healthcare was decimated. People are losing their healthcare. Hospitals are...
There we go. Found the part.
Legal ways to fight this. We will try to find legislative ways to fight this. But also, the American people should let their representatives know how terrible this is to democracy. And we've seen conservatives speak out against this too. And we need our Republican colleagues more than ever to speak out against this violation of the fundamentals of democracy.
I want to talk about...
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about that shit.
Government funding. It is set to expire in 9 days.
Okay,
you and your fellow Democrats are pushing to add healthcare subsidies to the funding bill. You're under a lot of pressure, I don't need to tell you, from the base of your party to fight Republicans on something, even if it means, in this case, shutting down the government. Is that what's going to happen?
Look, it's the Republicans shutting down the government. First, these issues are very important to the American people. Healthcare is decimated. People are losing their healthcare. Hospitals are closing. People are losing their jobs. It's outrageous, and the American people can't stand it. But what we are asking very simply is what has always been done in these kinds of budget negotiations, a bipartisan negotiation. The Republican bill is a totally partisan bill with zero input from Democrats, and that's not how to get things done. We had 2 bills on the floor Friday. Both failed, the Democratic bill and the Republican bill. And that's because there's been no negotiation with the Republicans. There always used to be. When I was majority leader for 4 years.
So here's the inherent problem with saying shit like this, Chuck Schumer, is that the other side is not interested in negotiations, right? Like, fuck negotiations. They don't give a shit about negotiating, right? Like, they got their orders from on high from the dipshit orange buffoon that's currently in power, and they are just like, well, we've been told to not negotiate with the Democrats, so we're just gonna like try to ram through our fucking bill. And that's literally what's been going on. Like, it's like, all right, try to ram through our bill, try to ram through this bill, yada, yada, yada. And it's just like, oh, you guys are, like, shocked Pikachu facing that, like, nothing is going on and nothing is, like, getting done. Like, yeah, it is good to say that it is the Republicans who are shutting down the government, okay? Good. That is good, right? I'll give you that one, Chuck Schumer. Like, you should be saying that it is the Republican Party, the main people that are shutting down the party, right? Don't do any of this, like, bipartisan fucking bullshit. You force the fucking Republicans to come to you. Be like, well, it's all about, having It's all about having bipartisanship. It's very, very important to have bipartisan. No, fuck that. No one wants bipartisanship with the fucking goddamn Republican Party. Everyone fucking hates the Republican Party, and they also hate you because you are trying to do everything possible in order to just capitulate to the Republican Party. This is a point of leverage. You should use that to your advantage, right? In order to push through with those fucking subsidies that undo the Medicaid cuts that are currently going on. To push through with I think it's like I think another thing that they want to do is further more ACA grants, I think, as well. It's basically a bunch of the stuff that's going on is with specifically healthcare, because that was the main thing that was, well, effectively destroyed within the big beautiful bill. So that's what they're going to do. They'll try to get like more funding for rural hospitals because they are now they are shutting down before even the cuts go through. Because keep in mind, the cuts in the one big beautiful bill have not been implemented yet. They're going to be implemented after the midterms because, again, the Republican Party, broadly speaking, understood that what they're doing is quite unpopular, and as a result, well, decided to make it such that the healthcare cuts were going to be after the midterms, when they were probably going to get trounced anyways. And so they could just instead just blame the fucking Democrats for cutting healthcare when it's just like ostensibly lie. So again, you use this as a point of leverage to be like, no, like we're not going to come to the table unless you're willing to come to us and you're willing to agree to these fucking primary demands. And then we're going to ask more stuff from you because, well, you need us in order to be able to make sure the government doesn't shut down. Don't you fuckheads? Like, it's not our problem that what you guys are doing is extremely fucking unpopular. That's not our problem. That's a you problem. So you're going to come to us and you're going to negotiate with us whether you like it or not.
For years, we didn't have a shutdown because we sat down with Republicans. So Hakeem Jefferies and I have now demanded to sit down with Donald Trump because that's the only way to avoid a Trump shutdown. The Republican leadership is listening to Trump and not talking to us.
The president has said he'd love to meet with you. Is it going to happen?
We're ready to meet with him any time and place to negotiate and avoid the Trump shutdown. Right now, it's a Trump shutdown because he won't even talk to us. He won't even consider what the American people want is lowering costs. They don't like his tariffs. They don't like the healthcare stuff. And when you when you sit down and say it's my way or the highway, you're creating a shutdown. This is a Trump shutdown unless he sits down and negotiates with us.
If nothing changes, negotiation or not, there will be a vote on the day of the deadline, a week from Tuesday. If nothing changes, are you going to vote no and urge your Democratic colleagues to vote no, which will end with the shutdown?
Look, we hope it doesn't come to that.
But what if it
because
does?
Everyone knows the American people are on our side, Dana. By almost 2-1, they believe if there's a shutdown, it's going to be.
Chuck, you should answer the question. You should vote to fucking shut down the government. You vote to shut down the government. You vote to shut down the government. You vote to shut down the government. I swear to God, if it's the exact same thing as with the vote on fucking culture, on the continuing resolution, like dead party, like unironically, completely fucking dead party, I would honestly start advocating for voting for the fucking Green Party, for fuck's sake. Like, completely, wholeheartedly dead. This is an opportunity. Again, you are being given another opportunity to actually have some leverage, some fucking power, and you're going to be potentially willing to piss it away for nothing? Again? Nothing? To try to curry some more good grace and favor with a side that's ostensibly not interested in incurring any grace or good favor with you whatsoever? Is just willing to continuously beat you down more and more and more, and you're still just like sitting there being like, I want to have bipartisanship, with a side that's just wholeheartedly uninterested in fucking having bipartisanship. Like, I swear to God, dude, like, it's over. Like, this party, it's already pretty fucking dead. Like, it would be even more dead.
Caused by Trump, because they know how much they want relief in the healthcare issue, and they know he's not negotiating. So it's up to them, and I hope and pray that Trump will sit down with us and negotiate a bipartisan bill. That's how it's always been done in the past. That's how.
No. You force Trump to be like, if you don't come with us, if you don't come to negotiate with us, cope and seethe. Cope and fucking seethe. Like, again, weakness. He's already upfront fucking capitulating. He's like, yeah, Trump doesn't want to talk with you because he feels like he can just do whatever the fuck he wants, and you're just going to go along with it anyways, Chuck, because that's what you've been doing consistently, Chuck. The Democrats have a historically low approval rating, Chuck. I wonder why, Chuck. I think it might have to be something to do with you constantly talking about the Baileys and not wanting to do anything because I have to appeal to the fucking Baileys. Chuck, you might be the problem, Chuck.
Shutdowns have been avoided in the past.
And if he doesn't, I'm just confirming here, you will vote no. Is that correct?
We are hoping Damn, we are hoping that he will negotiate with us.
And if he
So
doesn't?
far, he hasn't. And
Like
we've had-
he's just not going to answer the question. He'll never answer the question because he would be totally okay with just bending over backwards to the fucking Republican Party again. He would just bend over backwards. He would again. Pathetic. This is actually fucking insane.
2 bills in the House and Senate, and neither of them have passed. Our Democrats are firm. We need to get something done to relieve the distress the American people are in.
Like even Dana Bash herself, and she's like a corporate stooge of all fucking corporate stooges, is just like getting frustrated with the fact that he's not going to answer the question. He's not answering the question because it's an obvious yes or fucking no. This is incredible fucking weakness here by Chuck Schumer. But again, like he has never been fucking built for any of this shit. Like he is easily the most weak, pathetic, dipshit ass motherfucker, wholeheartedly uninterested in doing anything in order to advocate politically speaking for any of the positions for the Democratic Party. But then again, quick reminder, this is also the exact same motherfucker who said like, well, for all the people that were going to lose in the Midwest, we're going to pick up 2 suburbanite Republicans within the suburbs of Pennsylvania. Like, he's the one who catalyzed that sort of, like, new fucking big tent fucking attitude, which at this point is a big tent to shift more and more to the right. And it's this motherfucker, this Republican, being the main fucking reason for as to why this is happening.
Okay, that sounded like a yes, but you can confirm that, and then I want to move on. Is that
He's
accurate?
not going to confirm
Bottom
it.
line is we must
Okay.
get
He's not gonna fucking commit because again he just wants to capitulate to Republicans. Like that's it. He just wants to capitulate to them again for no reason, even though they've never negotiated in good faith ever.
a better bill than what they have.
The
Plain
last time
and simple.
Congress was up against a funding deadline about 6 months ago, you voted with Republicans to keep the government open. I want to play what you said on the Senate floor. That
I'm glad that she also decided to play that shit. I'm very glad that Dana Bash decided to say that because, yeah, that was some fucking bullshit. Yeah, you let the government shut down in that particular instance again because, again, like, Republicans were signaling and constantly saying that they were not interested in negotiating with you.
at that time, calling it a Hobson's choice.
Either proceed with the bill before us or risk Donald Trump throwing America.
Quick reminder, like I said, he whipped up 7 fucking votes in order to vote in favor of culture to allow the fucking vote to be able to, instead of pass with through the fucking instead of having to have 60 votes to get over the fucking filibuster, to have only a majority instead. He voted in favor for that and then like symbolically voted against the bill itself. It's like, buddy, you voted for fucking culture at that point. Like there's no point. It's going to go through and you just let the fucking continuing resolution go through for like no fucking reason. Like why would you do that? Because again, he's just a dumbass little fucking stupid technocrat who just wants to sit on his ass, twiddle his fucking thumbs, shove them up his fucking ass, and just pretend and be like a good little fucking technocrat stooge. And just like, similarly to the Republican Party, just sit around and just collect corporate cash. It's fucking pathetic, dude.
Into the chaos of a shutdown. This, in my view, is no choice at all. While the CR bill is very bad, the potential for a shutdown has consequences for America that are much, much worse.
Too bad. Like, let it shut down. Let it shut down. Let it shut down. Because that was a point of power, right? You have another opportunity to actually exercise power. You are being given power in this particular case. Will you exercise it? Well, it depends on what the Baileys are going to tell me. The Baileys might be telling me that to not do anything at all whatsoever again. And it's just like, oh my god, like, dead party, just dead, just dead. They're dead. Like, this is not going to do anything in recovering your fucking approval rating, Chuck.
Mr. Leader, do you no longer believe what you said 6 months ago there?
Things have changed, Dana, in 3 ways. First, since March when that happened, the American people have seen how terrible the Trump administration policies are. Their costs are going up because of tariffs, because of electric bills, and most
Yeah,
of it.
again, this is like the sort of strategies, like, do nothing and just keep doing nothing, so the American people can fucking see how terrible Trump is. They don't need to see that. They already know that he fucking sucks. Like, you didn't need to fucking just faff about for 6 months and vote in favor of fucking Republican bills to do that. Like, it's stupid. It's just stupid. Like, it's incredibly dumb. Broadly speaking, in America, the Americans themselves, a lot of them are fucking idiots. Generally speaking, they're fucking idiots. They understand that when shutdowns happen, it is generally the fault of the Republican Party.
because of the decimation of healthcare. Second, we have seen what they're doing. They're illegally violating any appropriations bills, any spending bills we've done by their rescissions, their pocket rescissions, and things like that. And so they're doing it illegally anyway, whether we had an agreement or not. And third, Democrats are united. We all agree that we cannot allow the present situation, the status quo, to continue when the American people are demanding change. So for the last 6 months, we've been united on the so-called big, beautiful bill. Every single Democrat.
Again, this is coming from the dude who's been consistently advocating for, like, well, we just got to do nothing because Bailey's is telling me to do nothing. Rings rather hollow.
Voted against it. So the situation is a lot different now than it was then.
And you do have a Democratic base that is desperate for you to fight in any way, shape, or form. Is that also a factor here? You're listening to your voters?
In all due respect, Dana, it's not just the Democratic base, it's the American people. Go talk to people in rural areas, Republicans, whose hospitals are closing. Go talk to people, middle-class folks, who may have voted Republican, whose parents are going to be kicked out of their nursing homes, and they don't know what to do with
Notice how he only talks about people who voted Republican. Why? Talk about your fucking base. Talk about You're a fucking Democratic Why are you only talking about Republicans? It's wholeheartedly evident. So fucking clear. He hates you. He wants you to suffer. He wants you to die. And in reality, he, just like all the fucking corporate stooges and masters that he really fucking serves, just wants you to suffer and die. He wants to appeal to fucking Republicans. Overall, why are you talking about Republicans? Talk about your own fucking base and how they're suffering more and more. Complete nonsense.
This is a demand from the American people, period, across the board. And there's lots of independents. When you ask people, do you like what they have done in the the big beautiful bill? It's 2-1 against it. Not only every Democrat, but 2/3 to 3/4 of the independents and 30% of the Republicans. So it's the American people demanding change.
Senator, you said earlier this week that Democrats, quote, have a damn good chance of winning back the Senate in the 2026 midterms. A CNN poll from this summer found only 28% of Democrats, these are your fellow Democrats, view your party favorably. How can you be so confident when you see numbers like that?
First, because of what Donald Trump is doing to America. It's amazing how bad it is. And when you ask people in similar polls, do you prefer a Democratic candidate or a Republican candidate? It's 47 Democrat, 39 Republican. We have to do more to build up a strong platform as to what we will do.
So do something. You do stuff. You be proactive in that particular case and not listen to the fucking Baileys. Like, again, he's just capitulating. He's still going to do. He is not fucking built for this, man. I swear to God, if the fucking vote goes through and he decides to whip 7 votes to make sure that the government doesn't shut down and allows the continuing resolution to go through, oh my fucking God, like, cooked. This party is over. Like, that shit's gonna go down into the fucking single digits, dude. Like, over. I'm just, like, constantly reiterating the same point at this point, because, like, really, like, this motherfucker is not cut out for this shit.
And Hakeem Jefferies and I, House and Senate, are working on that. But they hate what Trump is doing to them, and they prefer Democratic candidates. In addition, we've had some great recruiting. It's amazing the candidates who have stepped forward. And I'll tell you something nice, Dana, about this. You know why they're stepping forward? They worry about the future of the country. They worry about their children and grandchildren at the way this administration is heading America into decline. And so we've had great candidates. People are angry with what Trump's doing, and we're in a much better chance today than we were 6 months ago of taking back the Senate. I'm optimistic.
Okay, before I let you go, speaking of candidates, you've been asked numerous times if you will endorse
Oh, I'm curious what to say. What does he say about Zoran Mamdani? Actually, no, wait, hold on. By the way, yeah, he's still just wants to capitulate constantly to the fucker, because he himself is a fucking Republican. What's he say about Zoran
Mamdani for New York City mayor? You always say you're going to continue to talk. There are 2 key questions here that you haven't answered. One is, will you ever endorse him? And 2, what do you need from him to get your endorsement?
Okay, well, first of all, I know him. We've had a good relationship in the past, and we had a good meeting 2 weeks ago, a very long meeting with a lot of serious questions. And all I can tell you is I'm going to continue talking to him.
What's the holdup?
It's a good question.
I got to continue talking to him, and that's what I'm going to do.
Is part of the
Just, he's not going to fucking endorse him. He's not going to do it. Again, like I said before, the only reason why these motherfuckers will never fucking back Zoran, because again, Zoran Mamdani actually represents a vibe shift within the Democratic Party. He is the future of the Democratic Party. Zoran will fucking win the mayoralship of New York City. Again, not your average mayoralship. He is the, like, literally, is the city of cities. That is New York fucking City. And yeah, exactly. He challenges the entire corporate corrupt establishment that is New York politics, which, again, Chuck Schumer has no problem participating in whatsoever, because he's just a stooge who just wants to get his corporate bucks. Like, that's it. Oh, and to keep the left Israel. I wonder how keeping the left Israel is going for you there, Chucky boy.
That if you endorse a Democratic Socialist, you're worried it will be damaging to your party, maybe even your chances of winning back the Senate?
Cope.
I'm going to continue talking to him. Danny, you can ask me again.
All right. Had to try, Senator. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on this morning.
Complete, utter fucking cowardice, but I expect nothing less from this dumbass. Let's see what does Hakeem Jefferies, our favorite deer in the headlights, have to say.
Is it fair to say that a government shutdown is inevitable at this point?
Well, I'm here in Washington right now, and Democrats are ready, willing, and able to sit down with anyone at any time, at any place here in Washington, D.C., in order to try to find a bipartisan agreement that actually meets the needs of the American people in terms of their health, their safety, and their economic.
Again, similar to like Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jefferies, except like he's just way worse at this and has like basically like I don't know, like a soulless, just empty, like no charisma. He's a void. For him, it is also just all about acceptance fundamentally of more corporate cash and just complete stoogery and just not participating at all within the annals of fucking politics, because he doesn't give a fuck about any of that stuff either. And he's just going to capitulate more and more to the fucking Republican Party. Like, we need to find a bipartisan solution. It's like, no one wants a bipartisan fucking solution. No, like, you're capitulating up front to the Republicans. You're going to say, like, these are our demands. Like, and you're going to come to the table and you're going to fucking come here and we're going to fucking talk. Whether you fucking like it or not. Drop this bipartisan fucking bullshit. Like, yeah, exactly, Boy Meets Minnie. The Republicans don't want a bipartisan solution. Why are you pursuing one? Like I've said before, one side is wholeheartedly just not honest and is not willing to fucking engage honestly. They are willing to lie, cheat, steal because they care fundamentally about power. You are being given a moment to exercise power and you're willing to just piss it all away for no reason.
Economic well-being. And our position has been clear. We will not support this partisan Republican spending bill because it continues to gut the health care of the American people. We will support an agreement that actually provides funding to keep the government open that is negotiated in a bipartisan way. The president agreed to a meeting and then he pulled the meeting. Now he's fled town and is on the golf course at the Ryder Cup in New York. It makes no sense. They're trying to shut the government down.
It makes perfect sense, you fucking moron. They are not interested in negotiating with you because Trump said, like, we can just pass the bill without them. Like, so why are you trying to say and trying to capitulate up front? Yeah, this is normal of fucking Trump behavior. Like, why are you shocked Pikachu facing about that? This is totally fucking expected. But that, because then again, like, he doesn't actually give a fuck. Like, this, do you really think that this dumbass over here, this, like, deer in the headlight looking head ass, fucking cares at all about the American people? He hates the American people. He's flush with fucking corporate cash. And as a result, like, he's totally okay with just letting all the stupid, like, thuggish, fascistic nonsense of the Republican Party just run fucking rampant. He doesn't give a fuck about any of that stuff because he still gets paid by his corporate fucking donors. So spare me it.
Down. And Republicans, of course, control the House, the Senate, and the presidency, which is why they will clearly be blamed.
That's not the reason why they're going to be clearly fucking blamed, you moron. Like, it's because, broadly speaking, everyone in the Democratic base and even most independents understand that Donald Trump has never been interested in making deals with anyone. So then why are you trying to pretend to want to make a fucking deal with someone who is inherently fucking dishonest? Like, stupid.
Yeah, and the president returned to Washington earlier, but he canceled his meeting that was planned with you and Chuck Schumer. House Republicans are not in Washington. I think given that if there is no one to negotiate with, what power do Democrats have to stop a shutdown from happening?
Well, that's exactly the point, that Republicans are in the majority in the House and in the Senate, and Donald Trump is the president. If they decide to shut the government...
So then you have an opportunity to actually exercise power and force the Republican Party to come to you. Because they want it the other way around. What Jeffries and Schumer wants is to go to the Republicans. That's what they want. Like, it's actually fucking insane. Just like the capitulation for no reason. For like no gain.
Government down, then the government is going to shut down. We believe we have a sense of responsibility in terms of trying to find a bipartisan path forward, which we've made clear to the White House and to our colleagues on the other side of the aisle in the House and in the Senate, but they've refused to have a conversation, and they've canceled votes on the eve of the government shutting down next Wednesday. We were scheduled to be...
So then you go ahead with the government shutdown. That is the strategy. You just be like, okay, fine. Like, we have given you every single avenue, an opportunity. Every fucking off-ramp has been presented to you. Okay, we shut down the government. Done. 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 It's just like, dog, we've done everything. Like, you're not willing to negotiate. You people are not fucking honest. So, I don't know. Cope and fucking seethe about it. All right. Government shutdown. That's fine. Whatever. Not our problem. Not our problem. Not our problem. You guys are not willing to negotiate with us. Okay, fine. Fuck you. Like, you come to us. We're not going to you. You come to us. Like, done. It's the most easiest fucking shit on the planet. But we have to constantly talk about, like, this has to be, like, bipartisan. We have to do like this. We want to, like, talk about... No. You say, like, okay, yeah, shutdown, acceptable. Yeah, okay. Like, you guys are the main problem and aren't willing to negotiate with us. Don't, like, capitulate up front. Because he's talking about how they want to avoid the shutdown and all that stuff. No. You accept the shutdown. And then you start yelling, organizing town halls during the shutdown, and constantly railing in fucking media, doing media tours, just constantly talking to people, doing town halls and everything, saying, like, dog, like, we've given these motherfuckers every fucking an opportunity to stop and just, like, talk with us and negotiate something with us, and they just didn't do it. They just refused. So it's like, okay, whatever, fine, like, shut down. But no, like, Schumer's and Jefferies just want to fucking capitulate to Republicans consistently. It's gonna be the fucking culture vote all over again, dude.
Be in session on Monday and Tuesday. By the way, Democrats will be here in Washington, D.C. on Monday, ready to do our job. Unfortunately, House Republicans will be on vacation, scattered across the country and the world.
Cool, fantastic. Like, I mean, like I've said it before, okay, and I'll say it again. Schumer and Jefferies are just not wholeheartedly built in for this, okay? They are both goddamn fucking Republicans, okay? Because here's the fucking thing. It doesn't matter, like, what these motherfuckers think. They're going to blame you anyways and call you fucking communists, because there is no point in negotiating with these stupid fucking bad faith actors. You force them to come to you in order to try to work something out. Like, and that's going to give you leverage in those negotiations to push for better fucking policy. Because it's just like, dog, like, we've given you every opportunity, any avenue, any off-ramp to fucking stop in order to try to negotiate something. You guys basically rejected every proposal. So as far as we're concerned, well, we don't give a shit. Fuck you, sucker dick, like, whatever. We don't give a shit. Like, suffer. Like, not our fucking problem at this point. Like, we've given you every possible opportunity in order to have an off-ramp, and you've refused all sort of, like, offers to be fucking bipartisan. So as far as we're concerned, it's like, okay, fine, whatever. The government's going to shut down then. That's fine. That's acceptable. And you guys are going to suffer more and more. So, yeah, like, I wholeheartedly agree with this point. To me, they should fucking primary, like, DSA, I'm telling you, you really need to fucking primary this dumbass, deer in the headlights looking head-ass motherfucker. And I mean, Schumer's not long for this world. Okay, his dumbass is either going to retire or he's going to get fucking voted out, I think, in 2028. So that's pretty cool. No primary challenger. They should just start throw someone together. Doesn't matter. The time is now. Plenty of fucking ammunition and fuel that you can use to start attacking Hakeem Jefferies' fucking useless dumb head ass. Like, DSA New York, you guys know what to do. Put something together. But yeah, like I've said before, like, the main issue here is that these two motherfuckers are wholeheartedly incapable of meeting the political moment. Because again, well, the Baileys are telling me not to do anything, so I'm going to do nothing. Because that's what the Baileys told me to do. They told me to do nothing, so I'm going to do nothing. So that is why they are just deciding to sit on their backs with the stomach up, trying to get some fucking stomach pets in order to build good graces and goodwill with a party that is wholeheartedly uninterested in any of that, will blame them for any of their own fucking actions and call them fucking communists anyways, and scream and cry and bitch and moan about it in the media anyways. There is no point in having honest negotiations with them. You force them to come to you, and you make them fucking capitulate. That is what you fucking do. All of this inherent upfront capitulation, talk about like, well, we want to find a bipartisan solution. No. You act as partisan as fucking as possible, because this is, again, like I've said before, another opportunity for you dumbass motherfuckers to have an actual exercise of power. The problem is are they gonna fucking take it? Questionable at best. Like, so this is an opportunity that cannot be fucking missed, but I have very little confidence in this dumbass motherfucker over here who has like I don't know, like imaginary family that he likes talking to, getting political advice from, who happen to be fucking Republicans. Go figure. And this deer in the headlights looking motherfucker, okay? Like, I have no faith that these two dumbasses, and I'm telling you, if that fucking vote is on the Senate floor and this dumbass over here does the same thing as he did on the continuing resolution on culture for that, oh my fucking god, dead party, and I'm going to start advocating and pushing for any fucking third party. I don't know, American Communist Party, fuck it, have them go up there. PSL, fuck it, yeah, the PSL. The Greens, even though they are complete fucking dog shit as well. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Throw them in there instead, because this fucking dumbass party, the Democratic Party, is going to be completely and utterly fucking dead. Useless, dumb fucking party. And I will be starting to advocate for fucking goddamn third parties at this point. Like, it's actually fucking insane, dude. Like what else are you supposed to say besides, like, these dumbass motherfuckers are wholeheartedly uninterested in actually appealing to their base, because in reality, they just hate their base, and they just want to sit around, do nothing, and collect their fucking corporate checks. That's really about it. So, I swear to God, if they vote to try to stop the fucking shutdown of the government, dead party, like, wholeheartedly speaking, and it's going to be because of these two motherfuckers, Hakeem Jefferies and Chuck Schumer. Completely fucking useless ass fucking dipshits.